Well, I wonder what this is going to feel like for Ruslan MADIEV. Stepping into one of the spiritual homes of world boxing right now. This Havana Coliseum. And walking out without a WSB credit to his name. A debut fight then for the 21-year-old. But as I said before, if you're good enough to fight for the Arlans, you are certainly good enough. And that's been proved so far. Some spirited boxing from Shishapov and Alenbekov. But MADIEV has got a very big name to face in Yasnier Toledo. World rank 5, the 24-year-old, another tall man at 175. 3 fights so far, 2 wins, but he does have a loss. Gadzaliev of Azerbaijan, Baku Fires. Undefeated for this season, managed to beat him earlier on this year. The 2011 Pan American champion. Was fighting at lightweight at that point, so it's moved up and down a little bit through the weight divisions. It's confirmation of Toledo's current situation, which gives him his 6th ranking. And another tricky situation for him. Let's not forget, never easy walking into a ring to face a fighter you know nothing about. The early stages of the bout are going to be interesting for him.
En la esquina de Astana, Arlans de Kazakhstan, Ruslan MADIEV. En la esquina de Domadores de Cuba, Yasnier, Toledo.
So just about ready to go with bout 3, light welterweight. Yasnier Toledo stepping up the 4 kilograms to make this one. But that was a decision made ahead of this season. Slightly taller of the 2 men, Toledo in the white trunks, with Ruslan MADIEV pulling on the gold and black for the first time to make his WSB debut for Kazakhstan. It's going to be fascinating to see what he's got, and I tell you what, it's game plan number 1 from the playbook, isn't it? Every time. Kozhinskai's men straight on the attack and straight into the work. And they are trying to ruffle the Domadores here. It's fascinating, isn't it, from country to country, the styles that you pick up. That Astana Arlans barreling movement into their boxing. It's always very similar. Lead with the shoulder. It was only really Yusupov that was more square on. But MADIEV looks very similar to Alenbekov in the way that he moves. And similarly, Toledo, much like Forrestal, staying at range, trying to do his work from there, covering up when he needs to. Never too proud, are they, the Domadores men? And that was a decent shot from MADIEV. Never too proud to just defend when they need to. And he's going to need to defend a little bit in this first round. Good body shot. Looking for his target round the side of the guard. Four southpaws in the Cuban lineup this evening. Toledo, one of them. It's only Savon that goes in the heavyweight category to finish things off this evening that is orthodox. Again, another decent shot. Working the left side of Madiev's body, just underneath the elbow. Oh, he's got him. I was just about to say, this has been the quietest start to the fight that we've had so far this evening. And a very canny shot there from Toledo. Nothing to write home about in terms of the overall standing in this contest, but a nice finish from the Domadores man. And for all Madiev's endeavour, didn't really get through too many times. One doesn't count too badly against him. But he nailed him, absolutely nailed him. And I just love that little upper body sway there from Toledo to get himself out of trouble. So there's your totals for the first round. Close round, called by our panel of judges. But it goes the way of the Domadores man. Round two then of this 5-round contest at light welterweight. Madiev is going to be a lot more cautious, I think, about just opening up and coming into range for Toledo. He's got him again. There's Toledo.
No. Huh? Stop! No. Okay. Box.
Very firm refereeing, and sometimes you just got to do that in the early stages of the fight. Just let the guys know you mean business. And hopefully that just opens the contest up a little more. Well, nice exchanges from both men, but it's back to being cagey again, just sussing each other out as they move around this ring. Shot. Madiev doing well though to slip the following punches. Just can't get at Toledo, can he, the Arlans man? Again, good solid work from Toledo, and for a taller man, he's quick. Just a little bit of the lightweight about him still in terms of his movement. Well, that looked a little low there from Madiev, but nothing called. So another solid round from Toledo, and by no means the Arlans boxers being outclassed this evening. provided the crowd with some real entertainment here in Havana. And talking of entertainment, before you joined our broadcast, we were treated to a little bit of high-quality Latin music from the Samba Bueno, one of the pop stars here in Cuba, who has a Latin Grammy Award to his name. Came out and gave us a couple of songs, and that got things underway. Just another indication of the quality of stars and entertainment that associate themselves with the WSB contests. That's what's making these evenings such excellent entertainment. And then when you come to what is going on in the ring, well, this has been a really high-quality exchange between these two. A lot of fun, very good to watch. And despite the scoreline so far, just a little reminder to the Cuba Domadores that there is some serious quality on this WSB out there that will not let them march through to the title without a challenge. So round 3. MADIEV looking just a little one-dimensional at the moment. He's got to try and find something here against TOLEDO, who's basically running the show from a distance. Well, that wasn't so clean from the big man. Just got a little foot tied when he tried to open up with the right hand. A little bit more work to the body from MADIEV. Wild swing and a miss there from TOLEDO. Stopped in his tracks with another body shot, and this is good work from MADIEV. Oh, he's going about his work very nicely here, and TOLEDO having to cover up. Now, is that a flash in the pan from MADIEV, or can he back it up? Well, the Havana crowd like that combination. Inside the last 30 seconds, let's see if MADIEV wants to keep coming forward here. Yeah, he does. He's been tagged, though. And it's been fascinating to watch this combination of styles this evening. And that's a decent round for MADIEV. He can take quite a few positives away from that, as can Coach Kozinski. But from the point of view of Yasnier TOLEDO, another young man, but with so much experience and so much quality. And look at that, just making his way through MADIEV's guard with relative ease. Certainly looks like he can take a punch, doesn't it, Ruslan MADIEV? And he's having to. A 3-point gap opened up, so TOLEDO just gradually building that lead, taking a point out of MADIEV per round. And of course, as soon as you get to that sort of lead, that's a cushion that you want at this level. That would require a total dominance round from MADIEV at 10-7. You can't see that happening, just to level things up. But never say never. That'll be the Wolves' motto this evening. There'll be a few coaches watching this around the world thinking, okay, the Domadores have given us enough to work with this evening. It's never going to be easy, but at least you can go in with a game plan. He's not giving up, is he? MADIEV still on the move. Good shots from Toledo. Not afraid to work the body when he needs to. MADIEV similarly very good at close quarters. Slightly more hunch stance of MADIEV, just allowing him to get more punches away when they're close in, and effective ones. Another good shot. Nice left from Toledo.
No. La cabeza. Box.
Yeah, great combination again from the Cuban. And very good defense as well from him, just swaying out of MADIEV's range. MADIEV just starting to mark up now. Decent blows in that last round from Toledo, and he's starting to back it up. A good straight right from him. I do love the way he mixes that up. Almost uses his left as the jab sometimes, and that's a little confusing as well for MADIEV. And he does it without switching stance, just prods out with his left hand. MADIEV's resistance is gradually sapping away in this fight. Toledo just building and building towards the finish. Another solid round from the Domadores man, but you've got to hand it to MADIEV. Just like the boxers that have preceded him, Alimbekov and Shishapov, there is absolutely no lack of spirit there. But as I said, just starting to mark up around about the left eye of MADIEV, and that's become a little bit of a target for Toledo. As soon as it starts to show red, it's X marks the spot, really. And that's when accuracy comes into play. Another 10-9 scoreline to Yasnier Toledo as he builds to a 4-point lead with one round to go here in Havana. Fifth and final round of this light welterweight contest, third fight of the evening between the Cuba Domadores and the Astana Arlans Kazakhstan. The defending champions doing a very good job with some inexperienced fighters this evening. Getting an excellent look at the Cubans, but also managing to rest their A-string, which may prove invaluable by the time we get to the quarter-final and semi-final playoff stages. Toledo ranked number 5, the Domadores man in the white trunks. Certainly looked the part. And for all the talk about spirited performance, the control of the Domadores boxers in these situations has been exemplary. A little bit more workmanlike from Toledo, but Forestal looks like a character, that's for sure. And I don't think Fatia will be too happy with his performance this evening, just getting through against Shishapov in fight number 1. 2-1 decision in his favour. Coach Kozinsky imploring Madiev to some final efforts here as we approach the last minute. No real need here for Toledo to take any risks. Got this one in the bag, if he can just see it across the line. Safe and sound. Doesn't want to let Madiev get through with one of those shots.
Okay. Box.
Flurry of uppercuts from the Kazakh man in that last exchange, but none of them making contact. Toledo just swaying out of the way. A little bit of footwork then from Toledo. Just asking Madiev to follow him if he wants to hit him. Well, another good effort from the Arlans, but Cuba Domadores looking very good at home here, with some interesting challenges being thrown at them by this Kazakhstan team. Once again, Yasnier, Toledo just gradually building the pressure. And for Madiev, despite all that endeavour, just really never seemed to get to Toledo. Can't remember one decent shot from Madiev that made you think, okay, he's got him. There was a very nice exchange in round 3. He certainly flattered to deceive, but in the end it was not quite enough. And so, to the result.
50-45. Juez de Argentina, 49-46. Juez de Hungría, 50-45. El vencedor por votación unánime de los Domadores de Cuba, Yasnier Toledo.
3 from 3 it is, as the Domadores continue a really solid performance. It was a close one, but once again, Toledo's consistency of work across those 5 rounds, just building and building and building to a very solid lead in the end. And although not unanimous, that was another good performance, and Cuba Domadores moved to a 3-0 lead in this evening's contest. Confirmation then of those score lines, my apologies, it was a unanimous points decision to Toledo.